Bruce Lee!
New York City, ABC Television Studios, February 18th, 1972. A Friday evening suspended in time. Outside, the city hums with taxis, neon lights, winter coats brushing past one another on cold sidewalks. Inside the studio, the air feels different, charged, deliberate, expectant. It is 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Red recording lights glow above the cameras. This is live television. There are no edits, no second takes. Whatever happens here will happen forever. 200 people sit in the studio audience, shoulder to shoulder, quietly aware that they are about to witness something no one has ever seen before. Not a fight, not a performance, but a meeting. At the center of the stage is the familiar talk show set, a polished desk, a couch, bright studio lights angled just right to remove shadows and reveal truth. Behind the desk sits Dick Cavett, 35 years old, composed, intelligent, a man known for conversation rather than confrontation. He knows the weight of what is coming. He knows that for months, maybe years, people have argued about this moment without even knowing it would happen. On the couch to his left sits Muhammad Ali, 30 years old, the heavyweight champion of the world. 6 feet 3 inches tall, 210 pounds of precision, rhythm, and confidence shaped by thousands of rounds in the ring. He wears a sharp suit, perfectly tailored, his posture relaxed but commanding, his presence filling the studio without effort. This is a man who has faced the hardest punchers alive and spoken poetry while doing it. A man who made the world listen whether they wanted to or not. Across from him, on the right side of the couch, sits Bruce Lee, 32 years old, 5 feet 7 inches tall, 140 pounds, lean, compact, alive with contained energy. He wears simple black clothing, no flash, no excess. A man who changed how America sees martial arts, not through tournaments, but through ideas, through philosophy, through motion, through speed. He does not dominate the space loudly, he occupies it completely. These two men come from different worlds, different traditions, different bodies, different histories, and yet they are here for the same reason. For decades, people have asked a question that sounds simple but carries enormous weight. Who would win if they fought? Not as a sport, not as entertainment, but as a test of truth. Boxing versus martial arts, West versus East, power versus speed, size versus skill. That question has traveled through boxing gyms, kung fu schools, military barracks, college dorms, barbershops, and sports pages. Sports Illustrated printed it. Radio hosts debated it. Fans argued about it with certainty and passion despite never seeing the two men together in the same room. Until tonight. Tonight, the question is no longer theoretical. The men are here, alive, present, looking at each other. The studio audience leans forward as Dick Cavett clears his throat. He understands that what he asks next will echo far beyond this room. He looks from Ali to Bruce Lee, then back again. His voice is calm, measured, professional. "Gentlemen," he says, "people around the world have been asking this for a long time. If you two ever fought, who would win?" The audience erupts. Applause, whistles, laughter, anticipation. This is the moment they came for. The cameras zoom in, the lights burn hotter, and then suddenly, everything goes quiet. Muhammad Ali looks at Bruce Lee, and Bruce Lee looks back at Muhammad Ali. There is no hostility in their eyes, no rivalry, only recognition. Two men who understand combat not as fantasy, but as reality. Both know this question has no safe answer. Claim victory and you sound arrogant. Deny it and you appear weak. Refuse to answer and you look afraid. Ali is known for bravado, for bold declarations, for calling knockouts before they happen. But tonight, something is different. He turns toward Dick Cavett, then toward the audience, and speaks clearly, loudly enough for the entire studio to hear. Bruce would beat me. The room freezes. Laughter dies mid-breath. Applause stops. Confusion ripples through the audience. The heavyweight champion of the world has just said that a man 70 pounds lighter would defeat him. Ali continues, calm and honest. He explains that boxing is his world. Punches, footwork, timing, defense. That is what he has mastered. But Bruce Lee, he says, knows things that are not allowed in boxing. Kicks, elbows, knees, joint locks, fingers. Techniques designed not for sport, but for survival. If they fought under boxing rules, Ali says, he would win easily. But in a real fight, no rules, no ring, no referee, Bruce would be too fast, too unpredictable. Ali admits something rare, that he could not catch him. The audience murmurs. This is not the Ali they expect. This is not the man who boasts and taunts. This is a man acknowledging danger. Dick Cavett turns to Bruce Lee, sensing the weight of the moment. Bruce, he asks, do you agree? Bruce pauses. He does not rush. He considers his words carefully. When he speaks, his voice is calm, soft, but firm. Ali is being too kind, he says. He would defeat me. Now the audience gasps again. Both men are saying the same thing, that the other would win. Bruce explains that Ali is a heavyweight champion for a reason. He is taller, stronger, faster than anyone his size has a right to be. His reach alone changes the equation. One clean punch from Ali, Bruce says, could end the fight instantly. Bruce acknowledges reality. Weight matters. Power matters. Experience matters. He has never been hit by someone who punches like Ali. Dick Cavett looks between them, visibly surprised. He expected tension, a debate, a clash of egos. Instead, he is witnessing humility from two men known for greatness. But Cavett presses further. Hypothetically, he says, if there were no rules, who would win? The audience applauds. This is what they want, a definitive answer. Ali and Bruce exchange a glance. Something unspoken passes between them. They understand that they are being pushed into a narrative they do not fully believe in. Ali speaks again. He clarifies that in boxing he wins. That is his domain. But outside of it, where anything goes, Bruce likely has the advantage because he trains for chaos. Bruce responds by pointing out that Ali has survived the hardest punchers in boxing history, men who outweigh Bruce by enormous margins. Bruce admits that he does not know if he could withstand even one of Ali's full-power punches. Neither man claims dominance. Both acknowledge limits. The audience grows quiet, not disappointed, but thoughtful. Dick Cavett begins to understand that this is no longer about who would win. It is about why the question exists at all. Ali explains that people want conflict. They want East versus West, boxing versus Kung Fu. But what they are seeing instead is respect. Bruce speaks about Jeet Kune Do, not as a style, but as an idea. Use what works, discard what doesn't. Adapt, express yourself honestly. He says Ali did the same thing in boxing. No one moved like Ali before Ali. He changed the game by refusing to follow tradition blindly. Ali nods, smiling. He says fighting at the highest level is not about techniques, it's about timing, awareness, reading your opponent, adapting in real time. Bruce demonstrates briefly, intercepting a slow punch. Ali demonstrates his footwork. Both laugh when they try to copy each other and fail. The audience applauds, not because of spectacle, but because of humanity. Two masters acknowledging that mastery takes a lifetime. The segment ends not with a declaration, but with a handshake. A standing ovation follows. In the years that follow, this moment will be replayed, debated, analyzed. Some will say Ali was being humble. Some will say Bruce was being realistic. But those who truly understand combat recognize what happened here. Two men at the peak of their powers refused to reduce themselves to ego. 1 year and 5 months later, Bruce Lee will die July 20th, 1973, at the age of 32. Muhammad Ali will speak of him with respect, not as a hypothetical opponent, but as a fellow warrior. And history will remember this night, not for who would win a fight that never happened, but for something far rarer. Two legends choosing humility over hype, respect over rivalry, truth over theater.